What's up, crew? I hope you're doing really well. We are back today with a call to action to support our friends, the Mogensen's, at Natural Bridge Zoo in Rockbridge, Virginia. For the last couple of years, they've been under direct attack from the animal rights people, the animal law unit there in the state of Virginia, and the attacks continue, the egregious misuse of the legal system and novel case law. When this began, there were a lot of alleged allegations of improper care or even abuse there at Natural Bridge Zoo, which proved not to be true. But in the process, the animal law unit, the attorney general there in the state of Virginia, Jason Mayeres, along with his law enforcement, were able to go to court and remove some of the animals that belong to the Mogensen family. After over 60 years of building Natural Bridge Zoo and providing a great example of care and opening to the public to share these beautiful animals with others, they began to have their animals taken. And one of those, Zeus, their tiger, was euthanized egregiously. They botched the euthanasia under the animal law unit. Gabriel Spencer was there to watch it happen, one of the animal law enforcement officers. When this began, Gretchen Mogensen, the daughter of Carl Mogensen, who started Natural Bridge Zoo, was not named in this case. And in May, when they stepped in and they took their giraffes away, which they were awarded in court 18 months ago, but the state of Virginia did not take them according to law and therefore broke their own laws. And in May, when they came in to remove those animals, they killed Valentine, murdered her in cold blood in that removal. And during that process, Gretchen live streamed to show the world the egregious misuse of the legal system and its impact on the animals themselves, and ultimately the death of Valentine. Well, soon after live streaming, Gretchen found herself in court, now roped into the lawsuit, now named and being held in contempt of court. And next week, on the 29th, this coming Wednesday, she has to turn herself in to serve time in prison for having live streamed the abuse, the stealing, and the murder of one of her animals. So we want to ask you to step up and continue to hold the state of Virginia and the animal law enforcement, along with the animal system here in the United States, accountable. We want to ask you to email a couple of people, actually 4 different people, and ask for answers, ask for justice, ask for an investigation to find out. The first person you're going to reach out to is the Virginia State Police Division 6 Commander, Captain Sean Caudell. He is Gabriel Spencer's boss, the one who watched the botched euthanasia. You can reach out to him and ask him about the circumstances, why it wasn't handled and rectified to begin with during that, before they got to the place of taking and killing Valentine. You can reach out to Captain Sean Caudell by emailing bci-salem@vsp.virginia.gov. The other person you can reach out to is State Police Superintendent Matthew Hanley, and ask those same questions. Why weren't anyone held accountable? Why weren't they called to responsibility for the murder, the abuse of these animals taken from the ownership of the Mogensens? You can reach out to Matthew Hanley, that superintendent, by emailing supt@vsp.virginia.gov. The other person we've asked you to reach out to before and ask for a continued investigation and answers in this case is the Rockbridge County Sheriff, Tony McFadden. And you can reach out to him at tamcfadden@rbsova.gov. And finally, reaching all the way up to the body that looks over those of us who take care of these animals, provides them for enjoyment to you and the public, and preserves their conservation, their protection forever. We want you to reach out to the Deputy Administrative Director at the USDA. Her name is Bernadette Juarez. And you can reach out to her and ask her who will be held accountable for the death, the abuse, and the misuse of the system to harm the Mogensens, to murder Valentine, to see the egregious death and botched euthanasia of Zeus. You can reach out to Bernadette and ask her for answers as well. And it's bernadette.r.juarez@usda.gov. Guys, the system continues to come after us in our rights, and they come after the animals at their cost. And we don't want that to happen. So we want to step up as an army, to move together, to ask for answers, to hold the system accountable, and to protect our rights as American citizens and to protect the lives of the animals that we love. Thank you for stepping up. Thank you for taking action. Let's go out there and let's make a difference.